All right, so moving right along. Now we're getting into slightly smaller bags. Like I said, I have a ton of bags. It's kind of a problem. I know it's a problem. You don't have to tell me in the comments that it's a problem. My wife all the time tells me it's a problem. So, just to get that out there. This is my new climbing pack, and so far I'm loving it, although I've only taken it to the gym a couple times. It is the Mammut Neon Gear 45. It's a super cool pack, and let's get right into it. First thing you'll notice about this pack is kind of one of my complaints is that there's no side compression at all. On a lot of other packs you'll have something to keep a rope here, or, you know, although it has these weird things, I'm not sure what they're for. I just noticed this on it today. So, again, I mean, I've only had this pack for a couple weeks, so, but I mean, overall, it's really, really cool. It would be nice if you could kind of get that load more centered on your back. It's not a deal breaker, though. This bag has tons of other cool features that make up for that in spades. So it's overall pretty awesome. So just kind of looking at it, it's just kind of this big box looking thing. It's got gear straps here, or gear loops here, which are like a rubberized webbing, which is kind of nice. I don't think those will wear out ever. And then it's got gear loops here on the side as well. So I kind of talk about that a little bit more when we talk about the next size bag down, my old climbing bag. But these are really nice for a second or even a first. You can load up all your gear basically on your gear loops with these extra gears, and you don't even have to have, you know, you can keep all your slings on your chest if you want to rig it that way. That's the way that I do it. So that's kind of, I'm partial to that way. Getting into the main compartment, this bag really only has one big compartment. It's got a top pocket here, but when you put other stuff in the pocket that's on the lid, it's not really very helpful. I think I keep a small pack cover. Yep. So I keep a little pack cover on it, and that's pretty much all that it fits. But I mean, you could put keys and stuff in there, I guess, if you wanted. I just find it annoying because I don't ever zip it up, and then I go like that, and I dump everything out. So getting to the actual main compartment, it's got a huge opening. I mean, you can just stuff stuff in it. I mean, it's massive in there. It's like a huge cave. I could take this cooler and pretty much fit it in without, I mean, it fit better the first time, but I mean, I could fit that whole thing in there and not really very much of a problem there. So sandwiches can fit in here fine, you know, cheeseburgers, climbing gear, helmets, stuff like that. It all goes in and it comes out really easily. You can basically take this thing, turn it upside down, dump all your gear out. It's got a pocket up here, which is pretty great. I keep my harness and some belay devices up there. It's got a pocket in the back, which a laptop fits in, but also your shoes. So that's kind of neat. It's got a gear loop here. I don't know if you can see that in the video. I'm holding it up with my thumb, which I've got a whole bunch of gear strapped to. Comes with a couple little bags inside the big bag. So bags inside of bags, because it's got a chalk bag for your bag, so that nothing else gets chalky, which is kind of a cool feature. I don't know if it's totally necessary, but it does keep the bag nice and black, which, I mean, my first time outside, I'm sure it'll turn kind of a brownish black, but it's kind of nice. It keeps the rest of your gear from getting all chalky, which is positive. So it's got that. It says Chalk Forever. It's got a little picture of a chalk bag on it. It actually comes with, now this is the Gear 45, remember. The 30, which is a smaller version of this, and I actually ordered the first time from Backcountry because they were showing the wrong thing on their website, and I think they still are as of today, which is June 22nd, so they need to get on that and change that, but they told me they were changing it, so. This one actually comes with a super cool rope bag slash tarp, which is worth talking about just in and of itself because this thing is worth a couple bucks on its own. It's basically a rope bag that you pull these two drawstrings and it turns into a rope tarp. So for the gem, so far, this is great. I can flake my rope into the bag, move the tarp around wherever I want to climb, go up, come down, flake it back into the bag. It's perfect for gym climbing. It'll be perfect for outdoor climbing too. It's just really, really good for gym climbing as well. It's got a tie loop. It doesn't have a second tie loop, so you just kind of tie the end to it and then you're good. But anyway, we're going to talk a lot more about the climbing stuff that's actually in this bag in the climbing section, so you can check back later and I'll talk more about this too. But this bag is just super sweet. Again, bags inside of bags. It's a real problem, I'm telling you.
He never stops talking.
So that's pretty cool. And then, probably my favorite feature, get all this crap back in here. I love this bag. Hey babe, would you pour me a glass of that before you drink it all? What?
I guess.
I mean, I guess you don't have to, but...
Stop talking to yourself.
I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to the internet. Dude, that's pretty good. This is my lovely wife, by the way.
Is anybody watching?
No, nobody's watching, but I am recording. Anyway, so,
So weird.
I totally forgot where I was going. Oh, the coolest feature of the bag. Well, there's a couple of them. And then we'll get into the complaints. But first thing that I didn't think was pretty cool, but it actually has been way more useful than I thought. So, way to go, Mammut. They have this strap. It's a Velcro thing. And you put the two shoulder straps together, and it kind of turns it into a duffel bag. Which, kind of dumb, right? You think, alright, kind of a dumb idea. But, if you're using it to go to the gym, I take this bag, I lift it up from underneath my bed where I store all my climbing crap, take it out to my car, throw it in the trunk of my car, drive to the gym, take it out of the trunk of my car, throw it in the floor of the gym, and go climb. It's perfect. I never have to put it on my shoulders. It's amazing. It's amazing how simple it is to just pull it out, throw it down, and duh, you think, just keep all your stuff in a duffel bag. Well, you kind of are. Because the really cool feature about this pack is, if I can get to it, these zippers unzip the entire back of this bag, and you can open it up, just like that, and access the inside. That's cool. That's cool. And the way that they did it was it's still an internal frame. It's got, you know, kind of that hard plastic stuff in here, which is hard, and this is nice and padded. It's got a pocket for a hydration bladder back here, which makes sense, because you could just put that in front of wherever your shoes are or whatever's in here. But this frame is actually a U-frame, is what they're calling it, and it runs from here to here, down, and then over here. So it's actually inside, and when you feel it, It runs all the way down to the base into that sternum strap or your waist strap or whatever it's called, lumbar strap. Anyway, whatever. But the really cool thing about then, I mean, obviously, it's pretty cool. But you can throw your rope in here. So you get to the crag. It's a muddy, nasty day. You just throw your bag down, undo this, and nothing ever has to touch the ground. You can just use it like a rope bucket. Amazing. Amazing idea. It's so cool. So, this is a super fun bag, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more about it in the climbing section, but probably, because this is the bag section. So, I mean, overall, just super cool. Way useful. It's got a ton of room. I can fit all my gear in here for trad, for sport, for even, the static ropes I need for top rope, like setting up multiple top ropes and stuff if you're taking a group out. It's just such a great guiding bag, really. No, I'm not certified yet, but soon. So that's pretty much it about this bag. There are a couple complaints I have about it. First being this tiny little strap they give you for a waist strap or a waist belt. But I mean, it's not like you're hiking the Appalachian Trail. It's not going to be super supportive. It's just something to keep it close to you so it's not bouncing around. So I understand that. That's fine. Maybe you get a pass. Maybe. The other complaint would definitely be what I was talking about at the beginning about the lack of compression on this bag. It really should be able to be compressed. And that's not something you can add after the fact. Like, you could probably add a little bit beefier of a waistband or a waist belt if you wanted to. But overall, I mean, this bag is just so cool. The way that it opens like that, the fact that, I mean, you wouldn't think that you'd ever use it like a duffel bag. It's got weird adjustments when you're putting it on like this. It doesn't have shoulder strap adjustments right there. They actually pull up like that. That looks kind of funny. But overall, I mean, I guess they had to put them down there because of this thing, or maybe they put them down there so that you could adjust it easier like a duffel bag. I don't know. It's cool nonetheless. So overall, super cool bag. The Mammut Neon Gear 45. Check it out. Available at retailers all over the internet for $140, and worth every penny. If you have the extra $40 to spend from the 30 to the 45, spend it in a heartbeat because you don't get the rope bag, and you don't get the really cool zipper back in the back of the bag, which is just such a cool feature. So, and I mean, it's durable as hell. I've had my other Mammut bag, which I'm going to show in a second, for like 5 years of heavy climbing, and it's held up gorgeously. And this is the same material, it's the same thickness. It's going to last you 20-25 years of super hardcore climbing, so it's going to be the last climbing gear bag you ever buy.